Howdy folks, it's Jake from Walkie Farm here with a tiny calf update. So I watched the calf and it was orbiting around probably two of my most maternal cows, and they were showing it a bit of attention, but no one was feeding it. And I knew it definitely wasn't one of theirs because it had a 5-month-old calf on it. The other one's due to calf in any time, but I thought it was a bit early and she had no milk. And this girl, it was obviously only her because she's bagged up. And then I went through my photos on my phone, and I take a lot of photos every day, right? And I went through my photos from the last couple of days, zooming in and just photos of the mob. And I zoomed in on this girl 2 days ago, and I remembered that I saw her with a spot of blood on the top of her tail head, which normally means they've given birth. And I just sort of chalked it up as discharge. That can happen before birthing because she's obviously close. I think she actually birthed not this morning but yesterday before I moved them, and that little one stayed behind in that dam paddock. He's a tiny little calf, and I don't believe he's had a feed. So I set up a laneway and walked her up. I use a stick, I don't hit them with it, just to extend my reach. This is just a fiberglass fencing rod. She's a bit unhappy. I thought she was going to jump her hot wire, and I think she's still got half a mind to get out of these yards. She's pacing around a bit, so I'm going to do this video and get out of here. I bottle fed some frozen colostrum to the calf, and he took a few sucks on it to begin with and then lost interest, so I actually tube fed it to him. You've got to be real careful when tube feeding, because when you put you're putting the tube down their throat straight into their stomach and dropping the colostrum in there. And the reason it's risky, because you can actually go down their windpipe and fill up their lungs, give them pneumonia and other issues. But the lining on their stomach apparently only really absorbs the immune system benefits and that sort of thing out of the colostrum over the first sort of like 12 hours. So I probably lost my window, but I just wanted to get something in. The dairy industry, because they bottle feed so many calves, have a lot of good information on that. Look, she's not maternal at all. So very confident she's the mum. Bit disappointing. If you watch my videos, you'll remember me saying that she was my favourite heifer to come in calving this year. She's an F2. So her mum was 50-50 Hereford and Goonie. One of my crazy cows that I got rid of because they were just mental. She's pretty nice. No cow likes being split off the mob by itself. Least of all when they've recently gone through the stresses of calving, and there's obviously been an issue there. But the reason she was my favourite was because I just think that her inherent body condition is so good. She always looks fat. But you can't make decisions on which animals you're going to breed or cull based on singular markers. In her condition, in this instance, if I was to say inherent body condition, which is just the ability to look fat and look healthy all the time, which she certainly does, if that was my only criteria, she'd be getting another chance next year. But what's the point of being fat if they can't successfully raise a calf? It looks like she's calved 2 months later than everyone else, so her inherent body condition didn't actually manifest in fertility, because she cycled at least twice, possibly 3 times before she got bred by the bull, versus everyone else who didn't look as good. And now she's got a calf that she's not interested in, so she's got good body condition, but she's greedy with it. She keeps it all for herself. So we want to select for inherent body condition with the guiding principle that inherent body condition should facilitate fertility and longevity. And if I can't, I'm going to just let it calm down for a few, half an hour, and then I'm going to walk her up in the yards and put her in the crush here and see if I can swing that gate open and put the calf on her. If she's not going to accept that calf, we're going to let her dry up and she's going to go to the abs, because we're not going to have a freeloader. The grass is too precious to have freeloaders here on the farm, especially when the beef cuts are valuable to us in our shop. So anyway, there's a bit of an update with the tiny calf mystery. Mystery solved. Not necessarily a happy ending, but it's a work in progress. Thanks for watching.